Rebecca and Quaquaval walk into the workroom, standing several feet apart from one another.
Entering the workroom today feels surreal. I've made it to the top 2, and I've done some of the best work of my entire career over these past few weeks. The crown is within reach, and nothing is going to stop me from winning, especially Quaquaval.
Is this the part where I'm supposed to say how gagged I am that I made it to the finale? Well, honey, I'm not gagging. Regardless of what happened this season, I've always known that I belong here. I brought the drama, the talent, and now I'm going to bring the Toon World crown back to Paldea. Trust and believe.
Rebecca looks across the empty space, commenting that it feels strange without the other queens, and hasn't been this quiet since the first day. Quaquaval shrugs, stating that he doesn't mind the quiet, and is only gagged that Rebecca is standing across from him instead of Tweety or Betty. Rebecca laughs, clapping back that she could say the same thing and that Tweety should be here instead of him.
Quaquaval finally winning a lip sync is cute, but if we're going off of track records, Tweety should still be here. Fortunately, I have no problem telling Quaquaval that to his face, especially given how hard he popped off at Helga for Betty's elimination.
Quaquaval says that if Tweety really wanted to be here, then he would have tried harder in the last lip sync. The two queens start to bicker before Rebecca cuts Quaquaval off, stating that she has no desire to start their final week with a fight. Quaquaval rolls his eyes, but a moment later, the workroom sirens blare and Pegasus's face appears on the monitor.
My queens, although only 2 of you remain, don't think that the finale is going to be easy for either of you. Mai and I have prepared a real gauntlet of challenges this week, but I think that we should share our news with you in person.
Hello, our wonderful top 2. We are so proud of you and all of the fantastic work that you've done throughout the competition. Toon World's premiere season wouldn't have been the same without either of you, and to really drive this point home, we want your finale performance to be the exclamation point of both of your runs.
This week, you'll be tasked with 3 challenges. First, you'll sit down with Mai and myself at Toon World's first ever Tic Tac lunch, where we'll spend some time really getting to know our finalists. Then, you'll both need to write your own verse and perform in the new music video for Mai's latest single, Harpy Girl. Finally, we want you to bring it to the runway in your best drag and lip sync for the crown.
This is the last hurdle before the end, ladies. Take a deep breath, be proud of how far you've come, and get yourselves ready for what comes next.
Ta-ta, my queens. We'll see you both soon at the Tic Tac lunch.
Quaquaval walks onto the main stage and sees Pegasus and Mai beside a large table with 3 plates on it, each containing a single orange Tic Tac. Pegasus immediately greets Quaquaval.
Quaquaval, my dear, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, I could never say no to either of you. There's all of this food for me. You know that I only consume hate. That's why I don't have a waste. I couldn't possibly eat this entire plate.
Pegasus and Mai laugh and then gesture for Quaquaval to join them at the table.
Quaquaval, it has truly been a pleasure getting to see your work throughout this season. One thing I've noticed is that you seem to come alive most when you have the chance to perform. Can you tell us a bit about how you came to fall in love with dance?
It might not be obvious from my appearance, but I actually have a strong background in ballet. I've been classically trained since I was 10 years old, and I think that I fell in love with dance at such a young age because it was a demanding escape for me. I grew up in a large family, and my siblings tended to take up a lot of my parents' time and attention. I discovered a lot about myself through performing, and learning how to incorporate dance into my drag as I started taking gigs in Paldea only enhanced my love for it.
One thing we've both noticed is that you have a reputation for being a tough bitch who can be hard to get to know. You've even been pretty upfront about not looking for sisterhood in this competition. What caused you to put up these walls, if you don't mind sharing?
I had to develop a tough side pretty early on in my career because I had to rely on myself for support, especially when it came to my drag. I didn't have a drag family to hold my hand and teach me how to brush my wigs. I learned through hard work, and coming up in a drag scene as sickening as Paldea, I had to bust my ass to succeed. I don't have time for fake sisterhood, so if I don't like someone, then I have no problem telling them.
One of the queens that you've fought the most with throughout the competition is still standing across from you. What do you think of Rebecca, and do you believe that she should be here with you in the finale?
I respect how talented Rebecca has proven herself to be despite being a baby drag queen. But should she be standing next to me in the final too? Absolutely not. I think that Betty should be here, or maybe even Tweety. Rebecca has a lot of growing to do as a queen before she's ready for the crown, and I don't think this is her time.
Why do you feel that this is your time to win, then? We've seen throughout the season that you're an experienced drag queen who is clearly confident in his art, but in what ways has the competition pushed you and encouraged you to grow as a performer?
This competition has forced me to grow in a lot of ways. Early on, you saw that I was taking it easy and let me have it. Since then, I've taken every opportunity and turned it out as hard as I can. I've been a confessional queen. I've made the workroom and Untucked more interesting. And frankly, I feel like a winner.
If you win the season, what do you intend to do with your reign?
I want to bring my drag to every corner of the world of cartoon drag. I want to showcase how sickening Toon World is in the Philippines, France, Holland, and whatever franchises pop up next. I want to do TV. I want to appear on social media. I want to walk red carpets. I'm a sickening queen, and I intend to make the entire drag world aware of that.
All right, my dear. That's all the time we have for lunch. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tonight on the main stage.
Rebecca walks onto the main stage and is greeted by Pegasus and Mai. She quickly positions herself across from them at the table.
This all smells so delicious. I don't know how I'm going to finish it all.
Try cutting it into smaller pieces. That's how I manage it.
Pegasus, Rebecca, and Mai share a laugh before Pegasus starts to speak.
Rebecca, it's been a delight watching you blossom in this competition. And with how new you are to drag, I doubt that anyone expected you to do this well. How have you honed your drag this quickly and cultivated such a versatile skill set?
A lot of it comes from the fact that I've really run with every opportunity that I've been given in my career. Since starting drag, my schedule has literally been bus, club, another club, bar, plane, next event, no sleep, no fear, and sometimes feeling like no one believed in me. I tried to be easy to work with and learn from as many queens as possible, including the other queens this season. And I've used everything that I've learned to shine in the competition.
Although your skill set is impressive, one of the things that you've gained a reputation for is being calm under pressure no matter what is going on. Were there any challenges this season that really made you nervous?
I tried to approach every challenge with a fresh and focused perspective, but honestly, a lot of the challenges made me nervous. I would say the Snatch Game and the Advert Challenge were the two that I was most nervous about when they were announced. Both are staples of cartoon drag race, and it's especially intimidating when you're the queen who's in the hot seat and is expected to rise to the challenge.
We also know that you come from one of the most legendary drag houses in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Did you feel any added pressure this season to perform well so that you wouldn't let them down?
Absolutely. I knew walking into this season that some of the other queens would feel a certain way about me and my drag background, so I made it my goal to put my heart and soul into every challenge I was given. I didn't want to let anyone back home down or give anyone here an excuse to accuse me of special treatment, even if 5 did try her best Celia impression with me.
Speaking of number 5, you've made the top 2 with one of the queens that she was closest to this season. What are your feelings about Quaquaval, and do you think he should be in the top alongside you?
Did you watch the season? No. Tweety should be here with me, and that's not even a question. Quaquaval got a win in week 1, decided he was the HBIC, and then it took him almost the entire competition to stay out of the bottom and land a second win. Every other queen brought something more to the table, so he should be happy that he's made it this far.
One last question for you, Rebecca. If you win the season and become Toon World's first drag superstar, what will you do with your reign? In 1 year, where do you see yourself and your drag?
It feels like the sky's the limit for me given how much I've learned about myself in this competition. I would love a chance to create a makeup line. I want to get more involved in social activism alongside Helga, Padme, and Esmeralda. Tweety and I have talked about touring together after the season ends. Plainly put, I want to work. I want to put my nose to the grindstone and make my reign one that no future winner will have an easy time topping.
Rebecca darling, thank you for your time. We'll see you on the main stage in just a bit. Welcome to the grand finale of Cartoon Drag Race Toon World Season 1. Tonight, we're keeping things in the family to celebrate our first ever cast of sickening queens. Without further ado, she's our resident guest judge and the self-proclaimed mother of Toon World. She's my Valentine. Can you believe that we're down to our final queens?
Honestly, no, I thought this shit would never end. Just kidding.
Right, you're fired. Good luck booking another gig. Now don't you think we're missing a few familiar faces for tonight's crowning?
I sure do. Before we bring out the top 2 queens for the final lip sync, everyone put your hands together for the drag queens of Toon World Season 1. She's the galactic beauty who strives to bring change across the galaxy. It's Padme Amidala. He auditioned for the pit crew and didn't even know it. He's Nikolai's newest man crush Monday. It's Flynn Rider. The shadiest bitch from Sector 5 is back. It's number 5. The heart of the season who danced through hellfire. It's Esmeralda. Toon World's mistress of magic and a scream queen in the making. It's Raven. She likes her coffee like she likes her shade. Ice cold. It's Betty Boop. She'd slap you, but she doesn't want to get ugly bitch on her hands. Avant-garde extraordinaire. It's Helga Pataki. He's a comedy icon, and you best believe that he'll clock your tea. It's Tweety Bird. Give it up one more time for the queens of Season 1.
Now it's time to say hello to our top 2 queens of the season. Bring back my girls. First, he's the shade queen of Toon World, our dancing clown and the villain of the season. It's Quaquaval. Next, she's baby doll glamour meets filth eleganza, and the baby queen who could. It's Rebecca Hawkins. Ladies, it has been an absolute pleasure watching you both grow and shine throughout the season. But tonight, only one of you will be crowned Toon World's first drag superstar, Rebecca Quaquaval. Prior to tonight, I asked you to prepare a lip-sync performance to the song Skin of My Teeth by Demi Lovato. And now,
the time has come for you to lip sync for the crown. Good luck, and don't it up.
Quaquaval pulled out a microphone and had a great lip sync. Rebecca Hawkins had a good lip sync.
ladies, I have made my decision. The winner of Cartoon Drag Race Toon World Season 1 is Rebecca Hawkins. Congratulations, Rebecca. Now, is there anything you'd like to say?
To all of the drag queens, kings, and monsters out there, regardless of where you are in your career, never let anyone dim your shine. Work hard, slay every gig, and be the best damn version of you that you can be.
Now prance my queen. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Now remember, be proud, feel free, and live your life, always.